Hi. So good morning. This is Open Book again. This is episode 4. Yay! I'm gonna keep going. Keep plugging away at this. Again, I'm Donna Boyce. So this is episode 4 of Open Book. So I'm excited. I just heard back from the publishing company that my fourth book has been published, has its ISBN. They accepted it, and it should be available soon. This is not to sell you my books. My books pretty much are going to be sold in bulk. I'm looking into universities and also getting to the most vulnerable population, looking to get my books there. So the way I'm doing it is outreach to where looking into organizations, nonprofit organizations that can get my book to the most vulnerable population. So that's where it is. Thank everyone for their support. If you are interested, sure, go ahead and find it on Amazon. I will never add a link. I'm not adding links anymore because that's not my brand. It's not where I'm headed with it. I'm really wanting this information to get out to the most vulnerable population. With that being said, a good friend of mine, Mika, told me that my book that made it into Library of Congress, Certified Exhibits, is a good read, but if you don't understand freedom of information, not really sure, it may not be the best beginner book. So I had already started to write some papers, which again used SSRN, which is a legal platform for freedom of information. And that is now a book. The publishing company just accepted it. So that should be out again pretty soon on Amazon. You can Google it if you'd like. Again, I will not include any links here. So this is just basically information. So before I wrote the book called Certified Exhibits, that was cataloged in the Library of Congress after people started reading it. And again, a friend of mine, Mika, that's what she told me. And I just figured, let me just go ahead and do that so that it can be easier for individuals to understand and follow. Documentation matters. Dates matter. Things like that really do matter. So making sure that you have that and knowing your rights for information that you should be receiving is about yourself. There are a lot of cases where people are wrongfully accused, wrongfully incarcerated. There's more than you can believe that's happening in this country, and people don't understand the amount of information that you're legally allowed to ask for and receive. So writing this simple book, I think of it like this: is someone handed a puzzle with 1,000 pieces. Look at that. A puzzle with 1,000 pieces. You might not know where to start. My goal was in this new book was to dump out the puzzle, sort the pieces, and show how they figure it out together, one piece at a time. So that's also what Open Book is about. So these videos, again, are not about selling books. If you can find them, that's always great. You can search online. What I really wanted to do is help people understand what freedom of information is and why. Not only why it matters, but why it's important. So every week I'm going to read or explain, and I may do it a couple times a week. Like I said, this is episode 4, so I may do it every few weeks. So to read and explain, just a tiny piece, no big words, not complicated, legal language, just small ideas at one at a time. So my hope is by the end of the series, you'll understand something more and seem confusing, and that will help even a person ask the right questions to find information they need. So that's where I'm at with freedom of information. I will put the cover of the book because it's a powerful cover. That cover came from the publishing company. It's not a cover that I created with AI. This is actually one of their covers. I was able to choose between some covers for this particular book, and I was very surprised that there was a cover with the publishing company that I actually really liked. So again, this is episode 4 of Open Book. Again, know your rights in your state, whether it's FOIA, whether it's freedom of information law, whether it's sunshine law. Just know your rights in your state. And also Google Donna Boyce versus Newfield Central School District. Make sure you Google that as well. You'll see some different things on there, and you'll start to get an idea. And if you're super curious, you can go on the Tompkins County, New York's website. You want to go to the clerk's office, and then you want to put in The index number, one of them is a good one, is 2025-0141. You can search by index number and you can check out all the documents. You can read affirmations, you can read emails, you can read phone log records, you can read a lot of the things that I foiled. You'd be able to read them. It's all right there. It's all public knowledge. So again, this is to show you that your rights do matter, and that freedom of information is there. It's not going anywhere. The more we use it, I think, and the more we collaborate with each other, the better it will be, and the better we will be educated in that as well. So again, as a pro se litigant, I still have legal battles going on. So as a pro se litigant, I'm telling you, you can do this. You can do it. It does get frustrating, but don't give up. And you definitely can do it. So this is Open Book, episode number 4, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.